Hey folks, it's Lobo, and today we have the first episode of Marvel's What If. And yes, I am aware that I'm about 3 weeks late with this one, but if you're not already aware, I mentioned in previous videos that I was in the process of moving, and long story short, I am no longer. It's a bit annoying and technical, but it's very complicated, so I'd rather not get into the details, but everything's fine. I'm staying where I'm living currently right now. It's just, like I said, it's complicated, so it would take a long time to explain, but it's really unnecessary. So all you need to know is I'm going to be uploading a lot more frequently, and I will eventually get caught up with when this series is, as well as start other series and get more movie reactions out. So yeah, just a little update. But with that out of the way, here we are with the first episode of Marvel's What If. And yeah, so it's weird because I'm watching this after I watched the Spider-ManNoWayHome teaser trailer. If you haven't seen that it's on my channel if you want to check that out. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. It's a little bit different because obviously this is the first Marvel-related well, you call it an animation, but essentially it's a cartoon that I've seen, well, in a long time. I'd lie if movie-wise and cartoon-wise. Man, really, I just really kind of contradict myself there. I have seen animated shows, but I'm talking about within the MCU. That's a better way to phrase it. Yeah, so this is the first one, and apparently the first of many, according to Kevin Feige. And this show itself will have multiple seasons. So I'm like, man, they're really starting to do a animated universe here within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's very interesting. I mean, it opens the windows. It's a lot easier to do animation than it is to get people doing stunts and all that type of work. So it could be beneficial, although animation can be a little bit expensive, especially when you have a lot of fighting and such. So I expect this to be a good level budget. And yeah, pretty much that. Other things I know about this is that there's not all the cast members have returned at the very least. I'm aware that Robert Downey Jr. is not reprising his role as Tony Stark. Same with Tom Holland. I'm pretty sure Chris Evans for Steve Rogers. And I also think Benedict Cumberbatch is not playing Doctor Strange here, so just wondering. Well, I'm not wondering who it is, but I'm interested to see how they're going to do. But I understand that What If, again, is just sort of what if. What if this happens? What if Spider-Man was never Spider-Man? It's supposed to be storyline. I'm not saying that specifically, but it's supposed to be a sort of open for interpretation, multiversal type of thing. So very interesting where this could go. I'm pretty sure the episode I'm about to watch now is about Peggy Carter and what if she got the super soldier serum and became Captain Britain versus Steve getting it. So we'll see how that is. Haley Atwell, I believe the actress's name is actually doing the voice for Peggy Carter because she played it in the MCU, played the role. So that's nice to see her return. I also heard there's apparently potentially she could come back in live action. Maybe in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I don't know. That would be awesome to see. But yeah, very interesting. So we're going to get started here. I'm excited. I'm also a little doubtful. I'm not going to lie because it's just weird to see a show in cartoon form, animation form, as opposed to live action with real people, real footage, real things going on. I will mention I'm being a bit hypocritical because quite recently I did rewatch the Justice League from like 2001, and obviously that's animated, but it's weirder because when you put it in the terms, as I said earlier, this is the MCU. You have actors and actresses doing the voice for their specific characters, and now it's animated. So it's a weird transition, but I'm sure I'll grow into it. A lot of people are praising this and saying it's very interesting and cool, so I'll take the word for it. And yeah, like I said, we're going to get started here. I'm very excited, so let's roll the thing. Just quickly, it's also funny before we get started, the literal title of this is What If ... Captain Carter were the first Avenger. That's interesting. It's quite literally the premise or the plot. I know that's kind of stupid to say aloud, but still, it's interesting to see that because it's just what if. I understand that the show is What If, but again, also apparently this character called the Watcher. He looks familiar. His character model or his image of what he looks like. I believe he's played by Jeffrey Wright, who is the voice of Commissioner Gordon in the Batman, and he's also on the show Westworld, which I have not seen. I might react to. But yeah, I wonder what the Watcher is about. Is he just like literally watching this as we are? I don't know. We're gonna have those questions answered, hopefully. So here we go. All right, we got the normal intro rolling right now. So I mean, obviously, Kevin Feige said this is canon to the MCU because obviously Loki opened up the doors to the multiverse. So I wonder if any plot points from these episodes or seasons or whatnot are gonna appear in the future of Marvel, the Marvel multiverse, as people are trying to relabel it.
Time.
Yep, Jeffrey Wright.
Space. Possibility.
Yeah, he actually sounds really good here.
Choice can branch out into infinite realities. I through these vast new realities.
It sounds so cool. I'm assuming he's a cosmic being. I mean, just look at him. He's filled with stars and shit. This kind of looks like a more refined Telltale.
Kind of soldier. A super soldier.
Yeah, it really does. It looks like the Telltale type of animation, but way more refined.
After
No, I'd prefer to stay.
there. That's the moment that created a new universe.
Cellular change.
Whoa, did she notice the guy beforehand?
The subject will be saturated.
Oh, so the people never went up. They all chose to stay down. Oh, shit. What?
Rogers, get in there!
He can't!
Stark, you go in! What? Are you crazy? I push the buttons. I'm the buttons guy. Stark, get over there! Neck and bullets don't mix. We're gonna lose
So
everything.
she goes
It has to
in.
be now. Do you know how much?
Man, that's weird. That one choice. I mean, as the TVA say, it's literally one action that can differ reality. Very fast plot. She literally just jumped right at the chance. I mean, who wouldn't? Not gonna lie, I have seen the memes of her holding up Steve. It's from you know what. I'm not gonna say, but if you know, you know. But I have seen those memes, man.
Dan, this is not the desired outcome, but I can be more than a human.
Damn, they're taking so much
FSR is
blood.
on my command now. And if we get lucky, someday your blood might tell us how to make a real super soldier.
You have a super.
Damn, what a dick. It's like in the first Avengers.
Colonel Flynn, weapons great. You were meant to be the one to end the war.
Now you will. And don't worry about me. I never was much of a dancer anyway.
Damn, I love how pure Steve is. He's like not jealous and not sad that he didn't get the serum. It's just a very nice, he has like a good heart. I mean, that's in the first Captain America movie, that's what they say. What makes him different and special with the serum. It's because of his heart and his character.
Tesseract was the jewel of Odin's treasure.
And also Peggy liked Steve before he even took the serum, so for shorter guys, there is hope.
Then why do you try so hard to hide it?
The voice actors are a little different, but they do a great job at the, if you want to call them impressions.
This doesn't concern you. You're lucky to be in the room. Colonel, the greatest minds alive can't fathom the
The Colonel's the only one that sounds nothing like his original character. I forget the actor's name, but it's the one from Men in Black. He also played Two-Face from the Batman one in the 90s. Yeah, it's so weird. Captain Britain. There's all those rumors Henry Cavill is going to be Captain Britain within the MCU, so that's interesting. Is that the same character that she's portraying? I mean, same name, same costume. It ricocheted from that far away? Okay, that is way stronger than Steve was ever. Yeah, Steve's... I think she's stronger than Steve. They kept the sound effect. That's awesome.
Nuclear?
Are you listening?
You're an agent. You're not qualified for field duty.
Then you better promote me.
This guy.
Has a nice ring to it. This is nice. You mind if I have a go?
On your left. She's essentially doing what Steve did, but I don't remember him getting the Tesseract.
Who are you supposed to be? Queen of England?
Sebastian Stan.
Steve Rogers sent me.
I saw the video of Bucky, Sebastian Stan, doing his voice acting and all the facial expressions he was making. It was funny. But it looked like he was enjoying himself. It's also weird. He wasn't experimented on here.
What in heavens?
He has an Iron Man suit? So Howard took the Tesseract and literally made the first Iron Man suit.
I think I'm friends with him too.
What the hell? It really does look like the first suit from the first Iron Man. Mark 1. This is so weird, but it's awesome. It's literally what if. What a duo. Damn, he took the whole door?
Demands the true champion of Hydra shall be summoned from beyond the stars. My champion.
Yours? How dare!
Beyond the stars?
To be seen, to be in the room.
To be respected.
Damn, these animations are really good with facial expressions. Interrupted.
Hey, Barnes stole a
That's how it always goes. Wait, it's over? No way. Okay. Usually you do that when it's over. That would have been so much more useful. Then Bucky would never have fallen. No Winter Soldier.
Thanks. You almost ripped my
That's
arm off.
nice.
Rogers, what?
Ha! That's a good reference! I was like, him falling was a good reference. And then the arm thing. Cherry on top. Damn, it's like deja vu. A lot of people are like, what if deja vu's an alternate version of myself? What if Steve becomes the Winter Soldier? This really is what if. Holy shit.
World annihilation.
Talk about being a few sardines short of a can.
The Red Skull has taken cover here at Castle de Craig.
Is Steve really about to become the Winter Soldier? Do you know how heavy those bags of sand are? And she just punched right through them. I mean, she was flipping cars, but... And I'm saying bags of sand. Oh, well, it's the Space Stone. That's what it does. Makes portals. Now Loki's gonna come through. I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. Okay, I don't know what the hell that is.
The champion of Hydra.
Oh my god, the symbol Hydra's based on.
Captain Carter, I have summoned the champion of Hydra.
That kind of scared me.
Okay, maybe we need a plan.
Steve.
Oh.
Don't give up on me.
Long enough. Maybe.
This episode is very, very, very fast-paced. I mean, it's recapping the story an alternate way. It's supposed to be fast.
You okay?
Yep.
Good, because we don't have all day.
Say it, say it. I can do this all day. This is all alternate, but they're sort of referencing things that have happened in the main universe. Ah, sword in a barrel. Oh my god, now she's Wonder Woman.
Every second.
Oh no, now he's gonna go through the portal. That's a tough.
You were saying, Howard!
I have to. I can end this.
You owe me a dance lesson.
Oh my god.
Saturday night.
Their roles are switched. His sacrifice becomes hers. You owe me a dance. Oh my god, dude. That's crazy how that comes around. Literally so many plot points are alternate. We'll go into it later, but it's quite literally what if in so many ways. Wait, this is the first Avengers. Now is it gonna be Loki finally? Oh, wait, she went to the future now?
Ma'am, please put down the sword.
What the hell?
Sir? That's Captain Carter.
Almost 70 years ago.
This is so bizarre.
You going?
Her one choice gave birth to a whole new history and gave the multiverse a new hero. Will not interfere, for I am the Watcher.
Holy shit. And he just watches like us. Wow, dude, that was way more interesting than I thought it would be. Is there an end credit scene? I don't think so. I always get these wrong. I say there's never an end credit scene, then there is. And then I miss it. But it really does not look like there is one. So, awesome. We're going to talk about this. No, really, what an interesting episode. It had a lot more what if than I thought it would. I know it's a little on the nose just to say, oh my god, what if? But there were so many references to events that transpired within the mainstream MCU in this, and it's just an alternate outcome of it. What I mean by that is, I'm going to use an example. If it's a kind of old show, it's about 10 to 15 years old because there were multiple installments, but Ben 10, essentially there was a character called Professor Paradox in it, and he had a great way of describing the multiverse. So it's the idea that you have a tree, and the roots and stem of the tree are what you would say is the mainstream universe. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that would be the trunk or the stem of the tree, if you will. And then the multiverse parts are the branches, the branching realities, the alternate versions, the what ifs, those are the branches, and they just keep going and going. So obviously those branches have to take certain, I wouldn't say ideas, but it has to take aspects from the main trunk of the tree. It has to have certain things, same as we saw here. Certain events happened, but they were slightly different. We had the reference with Bucky, where he fell, but then he got saved, which didn't happen. Steve didn't save him. I mean, he tried, but that's not how it worked. And then he made a reference where he's like, oh, I thought you ripped my arm off, because he lost that left arm. So that was great. She ran next to the motorcycle on the left. That one might be, I'm looking into it a little too much, but it could have been an on your left type of moment because she was running fast and happened to be on the left side. The Iron Man suit looked a lot like Tony's first Mark 1, but I wouldn't necessarily categorize that as as being a reoccurrence, because it's a completely different time. But then again, she went to the future, which is something different. Well, Steve did that too, but she went through the portal that Loki did, because at the end with Nick Fury and Clint, it was where Loki showed up. And he goes, I am Loki of Asgard. But it was her instead, because the Tesseract, obviously they used that to open the portal. Well, at the time, Nick Fury had it, and it was emitting spikes and radiation, and then Loki came through, because it was a portal to the Bridge of Space. But yeah, so it was cool to see the development between Steve and Peggy. They still had a nice relationship, and they were both interested in each other. In its essence, that's a great relationship, and it had a lot of chemistry and stuff. It was pure. They didn't really feel for each other based on powers and, let's say, genetic superiority. It was really genuine. So I like that they kept that, because you can see she kind of had feelings for him before he even took the serum. The serum was obviously the cherry on the top when he came out all big and shit, and then the improv, technically this wasn't in the script. I heard it wasn't in the script, where she kind of touches his chest. They're just spur of the moment, because Chris Evans was huge when he first did Captain America. But no, it was nice to see their relationship as being, like I said, very pure and frankly real. But it was also interesting to see the parallel where she was sacrificing herself, and then it was Steve this time saying, "You still owe me a dance." Like, that was cool how it all came back around. But yeah, I wonder if she's going to be in other episodes, because apparently each episode is different with different characters, different plots. So I'm wondering how that's going to work. But I'd assume in the later seasons, potentially she could return. Also with, as I said earlier in my pre-discussion, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, she could make an appearance in that, quite frankly. I mean, any of these what-if scenarios could appear briefly in Doctor Strange. That would be cool. It would be awesome to see that in live action. As I was saying earlier with my comparison about like the tree and the branch, so technically there's a reality where, let's say a superhero, in their reality, they never got that power. I mean, that technically that must suck, especially if you meet other versions of yourself and you're the only one that doesn't have power or whatever, or doesn't have this thing that just makes you so incredibly unique. That must suck, man. I feel like that. I mean, I could say that would be true for everyone if we're all in that reality, but that's I don't know. I'm not going to go into the scientific probability of having a real life multiverse and what if situations, but yeah, it's very interesting to comprehend. And I like that a lot more. As I said, it was very fast paced, but it was just because we know the storyline, so here's all the different takes on it. I mean, I respected that. It's different than what I'm accustomed to in terms of TV show, or if you just want to call it a series, miniseries. As I said, it's just very more fast paced, but it's understandable. That's the point. And also the animation, as I said, really Telltale vibes. If you've ever played, I'm not sure if they're shows too, but they are video games. I'm specifically thinking about the Telltale series for Batman. I know they did like The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, but that style of animation, it's sort of three-dimensional, and it really does look like how it looked there, but this one looks a lot more sharp and saturated, I would have to say. But at times it did look a little artistic, with backgrounds being more of a painting style rather than actual objects, if you can understand what I'm saying. Rather than just have a building with lights and you can see like the line of animation and such. It's more, just looks like painting. I've seen that done a few times in animated related things, but it was cool to see it here, and it worked. It didn't seem out of place. So yeah, I like this a lot more than I thought it would. I didn't love it. I mean, I don't know if anyone did. If you did, that's awesome, but it's just, I didn't really have any expectations going in, but I enjoyed it more than I thought it would. But I don't love it. Again, it's a fast-paced what if this happened. It's not the reality you know, but it's different. And I'm also wondering about this character Jeffrey Wright is playing, the Watcher. He collects he doesn't collect knowledge. He just sits there and watches, but he said he hoards these realities. And it looks like they're almost a part of him, because he does look like a celestial cosmic being. I mean, his very fabric of reality in his body looks like the cosmos. He looks like a celestial, perhaps even more powerful than a celestial, which would be quite crazy to think about. But yeah, I'm wondering about his character, because obviously, even though it's voice work, Jeffrey Wright could honestly make a live action appearance. They could make a being look like that, and he could just do the voice for it. I mean, Josh Brolin with Thanos somewhat looked like him, but this one obviously is more cosmic. But we've had plenty of villains who were voiced behind the scenes. With that being said, I wish they would just have like a giant ass character play Bane, and then have an amazing voice actor do the voiceover, kind of like James Earl Jones did for Darth Vader. But that's besides the point. I think it would be cool to see Jeffrey Wright within the MCU, like live action. His voice sounded really great there. He has an awesome voice in general, but I feel like he's putting a lot more, I wouldn't say emotion, but he's definitely changing it a bit. I feel like obviously effects too are adding on to it, because it sounds a lot, I wouldn't say deeper, but it has a sort of grittier, somewhat raspier type of rattle. It's lingering. I know it's a weird description of it, but it sounds awesome. So yeah, it's very interesting in all this entire series. Well, I wonder what the next episode is. Next episode is Star-Lord. If T'Challa became Star-Lord. Chadwick Boseman's last appearance, man. That's gonna be crazy to watch. Wow. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I don't know when the next episode will be up. These aren't too long, so they shouldn't be that difficult to edit, but I'll try to get it up within the next few days when you see this. So yeah, as I said, hope you guys enjoyed. And until then, I'll catch you folks in the next video.